So we're starting back on this sanding process here. The first time we're using our Festool orbital sander for this. We start at 120 grit. For a veneer top, we don't want to go too low. Also don't want to go super high immediately since we won't be able to work that surface off. And you can see a lot of the sawdust sits down inside the grain of this wood. You'll see it later. We use a compound called naphtha. Some people just use water. We use naphtha. It's a really good cleaning solution. And we can clean all of that stuff up and whip it right back up and start that process over again. We want to wet it so the wood fibers stand right back up vertical instead of laying down, and then we can sand those flat instead of just laying them down. So we go from 120 grit. You'll see I'm using a air compressor here, and this is my naphtha. Same thing. I'm using the air compressor to blow all the sawdust out of the pores of the sand, and then I'm using the naphtha to actually clean all of it out for what I didn't get. And while I'm letting that dry, even though I hit it with a sand compressor a little bit, I'm doing the sides here. So with veneer, if you take 240 grit, which is what I'm using at the moment, or 220, I actually think this is 220 grit, and run along the sides very lightly, you can get those sides cleaned up without popping through the veneer. And this top is getting finished in a certain way with a tint anyways that it won't be noticeable. So we're going to go ahead and do those sides. And then for whatever we didn't get, we're going to go back and use the laser. So this process is the same. We go back, use the laser, rough it up a little bit with a scour pad, and move on. So those pop throughs in the veneer, we went ahead and did not a wood putty, but a type of filler, a wood filler, and tried to color match it as best we could, and let that sit for a few days while we moved on to some other things.